Hey, Shalom, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Ten Commandments. Today, we're going to be looking at the ninth commandment. And it says, "You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor." This comes from Exodus chapter 20, verse 16. Now, lying is a sin, but contrary to popular opinion, the ninth commandment is not a prohibition against lying. Now, in fact, there are times when lying is not a sin. Now, for example, during World War II, many Christians found it necessary to lie to the Nazis to keep them from discovering Jewish people hidden in their homes. The ninth commandment is a prohibition against perjury. Now, in the Torah court of law, every matter must be established on the authority of at least two eyewitnesses. A legal system based on eyewitness testimony is only for reliable as the integrity of those witnesses. Now, in a Torah court of law, such as the Sanhedrin, lives hung in the balance based on a witness's testimony. Now, the punishment for false testimony is that the false witness should receive the punishment that would have been due to the plaintiff if convicted. Now, this comes from Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 18 through 19, which says, "The judges shall investigate thoroughly, and if the witness is a false witness and has accused his brother falsely, then you shall do to him just as he had intended to do to his brother. Thus you shall purge the evil that is among you." Now, even the book of Proverbs here has several maximums directed against a false witness. Now, Proverbs 14:5 says, "A trustworthy witness will not lie, but a false witness utters lies." Proverbs chapter 24, verse 28 says, "Do not be a witness against your neighbor without cause, and do not deceive with your lips." Proverbs 25:18 says, "Like a club and a sword and a sharp arrow is a man who bears false witness against his neighbor." Proverbs 19:5 says, "A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who tells lies will not escape." And finally, Proverbs chapter 2, verse 28 says, "A false witness will perish, but the man who listens to the truth will speak forever." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the more detailed explanation of giving a false witness, not just necessarily lying, but it's more involved with the court of law. Join us on our final episode as we go over the 10th commandment of the series, and I'll see you then. Shalom.